Hey guys, welcome back to the Pennies podcast with your host Kia. And this is the podcast where we aim to dispel your myths, simplify difficult finance jargon, and rectify your own personal problems. Happy Monday again. It's actually been my birthday. I can't believe it. I'm now 25 years old. Oh, wow, I feel like an old woman. I'm getting there. But don't worry, I've got another amazing episode for you today. Now, I'm joined with someone who... He's just on a roll right now. I don't know how else to describe him, but he's on a roll and he's doing absolutely incredible. If you are someone who has been following some financial influencers like myself, then you will know him because he did get awarded last year as well. But I won't talk too much. I'm going to let him introduce himself. So guest, who are you?
First of all, I don't like how you said you're old at 25 because you're Xing me out right now. But yeah, I'm Jay, also known as JayVSOP, also known as Unbroke Baby.
Accolades, we need to...
Accolades,
yes.
Highly commended Financial Influencer of the Year 2022.
Love that, yes.
So just give myself accolades, like I say, pretty much entrepreneur, content creator. Just trying to make things happen.
You're making things happen, not trying to, you're doing it, right? You're doing absolutely incredible.
Yeah, well... You got to put action into your
I know,
words,
but you
yeah,
are.
yeah.
You are. But we're going to get into that. So first and foremost, I like to do it with everyone who comes into the podcast. I think you can tell a lot about a person when you delve into who they were when they were kids and teenagers up until now. So let's explore you. So teenage Jordan, what was he about? What was he thinking? And how did we get to the man who sat in front of me today?
Teenager, I was pretty smart in school, so got good grades and everything. So by the time I got to Year 11, pretty much, world was my oyster. Thought I could go uni, I could get a job, I could do whatever. So I'd done 1 year sixth form. Then I just realised that higher education wasn't really for me. Done an apprenticeship, done really well in my apprenticeship. And that kind of shaped me to the financial situation I'm in now. And just like morals-wise, work ethic-wise, like getting an apprenticeship, so working from 16, 17, like really helped me just build a good work ethic, yeah.
That's crazy. So you said that you went sixth form for 1 year and then decided it wasn't for you.
Yeah, I just wanted to make money, really.
That's what you was interested
Yeah,
in.
so like I was missing sixth form and going to Westfield. I was going from East London to the Westfield in Shepherd's Bush because there was no Westfield then in Stratford. So I was handing out my CVs, trying to find like part-time jobs, cash-in-hand jobs, and just failed my exams. Well, I didn't get let back into the sixth form because my attendance wasn't.
I want to explore a bit more. So how did you figure out what the right path for you is? Because I know for me, when I was in sixth form, I just went down the path that my teacher told me. My teacher told me you should go to university, so that's what I did. And I kind of went down that route until I got to about 2021. I figured out what I wanted. But how did you figure out for yourself?
You know what? I think in year 11, or maybe the beginning of sixth form, the army came into our school to sign people up, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
The army were proactive. Wow.
Yeah, they advertise careers in the army, whatnot. Then there was an RAF one, and then it wasn't like a pilot one, it was an engineer one, so you'd fix the planes. So I heard that, I can't remember, sixth form, year 11. So I researched it, applied for it, got to the interview, but then when I was applying for that one, like I was looking for engineering apprenticeships and other ones were coming up. So I got an interview for the RAF one. Then like I've read the terms and conditions and it's like if you're called upon to fight, then you got to fight, even if you're just an engineer.
That is crazy. Sorry, I would be so scared if I heard that. I'm like,
yeah. So I was like, let's look at a different type of engineering. So I wanted to be aeronautical engineer. So it would be fixing planes. But then I looked, trains actually paid more. And there was one in North London that was a really good salary. So I applied for that one, got that one as well. Chose to do that one. And yeah, to be fair, I think it was through chance I found out about apprenticeships because they weren't really proactively.
They weren't, were they? They weren't
It was
really
more
promoted.
just careers.
Yeah.
So I found out how to get into that career without going to university, basically.
I want to kind of move slightly off to something that you started more recently. Mm-hmm. And I know when I think about it, my knees are going to give in just even thinking about it, right? And it's... If you're on social media, you would have seen these young boys and girls, just dance when they get down their knees. I can't do any of it. Like I said, if the thought of it is just, I can hear my knees creaking, right? But Sturdy Off.
Yeah.
Sturdy Off has grown exponentially.
Yeah, it's been mad.
Crazy. And I know you guys recently did a campaign with Nike as well.
Yeah.
And I know you've got a lot more. I think you did something with JD recently. Or you did
Yeah,
something
we've
with JD?
done something with JD gyms, teaching sturdy workout classes, yeah.
I know this is part of your journey, your growth, and even just generating income. So delving into that, how did that start?
I'm pretty active on TikTok anyway. Like I said, still kind of is my main platform. So I'm just always on TikTok. I see these guys dancing for a couple months, getting sturdy. And I just thought it's mad how it's meant to be a New York dance, but it's so connected with London because like the drill beats are made in London. Like a lot of the songs they were dancing to were like Russ, people like that. I thought there needed to be something proper for them to have a platform to showcase themselves rather than just dancing in the street and getting a couple likes on TikTok. I thought, okay, we need to get this seen by brands. We need to get it seen by the mainstream. So it was actually, I have my business partner, JB. We were sitting in the office, and then in the office there's a photography studio space, like a white backdrop. And then we're like, yeah, we can use this, And then I was thinking, yeah, what if we done a dance competition, like a clean aesthetic, it looked professional, but it's sturdy. Like people are going to go crazy thinking, oh wow, these men were doing it in Stratford to Westfield and now they're doing it in a proper studio. Properly. So I thought it was a good opportunity to take it to the next level, yeah.
So you guys just both came together, had this idea, and then you just rallied the troops and did it?
Yeah, it was hard. We had the idea for about 2 months, and then like we're talking about it, and then one day we're like, yeah, we need to do it this weekend or next weekend because we're talking about it and nothing's happening. So I used like my presence on socials to reach out to all the dancers and I tell them the vision. And a lot of them at first are like, who's this guy? Like this old man trying to tell us to dance in a competition for getting sturdy. And then one of them, Spins, his name's Spins, yeah, one of them come to link me. I said, look, I got £150 for you to promo it on your socials. Then he saw like my platform and he was like, no, this guy's serious. So I come to link him, paid him the money, promoted on his socials. Then everyone, like literally everyone turned up on the day.
Really?
It went crazy. The first episode got 500,000 views on YouTube. I think within the first week, we had like 10,000 followers on TikTok.
No way.
Yeah, it was mad. Yeah,
That's crazy.
They just took off straight away, literally instantly.
And when did you start?
March 2022, yeah, March 2022.
So that's one of your branches. And I want to go into one of your other methods of making money, and that is through trainer reselling. And I think that's how I first came across you. That's what you were. Yeah, that
was my main thing for a while.
So talk us through how that started and why you want to start that as well.
So I used to collect trainers myself, like when I was young, like 16, 17. So I would buy trainers that everyone else wanted, and they didn't know where to get them from. So because I had loads of disposable income coming, I was coming with fresh trainers every week, like brand new Jordans every week that no one's seen before. So people were asking me, can you hook me up? Can you get me them? So I just used to buy like 2-3 pairs the day they came out, before they sold out, make my little £50 whatever on top. And at first it was actually just to fund my trainers. So if I sold 2, I basically get mine for free, innit? But then I started selling them on eBay as well. I was getting so much sales, I was like, yeah, I need to actually make a website and make this something proper. So as soon as I made the website, I was getting like regular sales consistently every month. So after about 4 years, I made the decision to take it full time, and then I left my job, and I was doing that pretty much as my main thing for about 6 years. Yeah.
Really? So when did you start? Because I'm hearing loads of numbers. when did you start? What age?
Yeah, started in 2013.
Okay. Oh, you've been doing it for a long time.
So 10 years this year. Yeah. So 2013, alongside my apprenticeship, done it for about 4 or 5 years, and then I left my job to do that full time.
Let's move slightly on to personal finance. So this is also what the kind of content you create.
Yeah.
Similar to myself, personal finance is, where is that? I think a lot of people need it right now. Cost of living,
definitely needed right now. Yeah,
exactly.
Right now.
So let's talk about personal finance. We get tons of questions all the time. I'm sure you get the same, of ways to generate income, ways that they can cut back, ways that people can just basically manage their finances. So I want to ask you, what's like the number one top tip, personal finance tip, that either you give to people or that you ever received? What would be your number one tip?
Me, I'm being brutally honest, yeah. If you got one job, then don't even ask me how to make money.
Really?
Yeah, like you can't just rely on one job right now. Rather than thinking of saving a few pennies every month,
like actually
concentrate on generating the income. Yeah, I think it's past like being nice now. Like it's for some people, it's literally make or break. If you're not making money right now, then it's only going to get worse, isn't it?
But what about people who are working a 9 to 5 and say, but I'm so tired, I don't have the energy?
If you don't want more, then you don't need to. Like, this is for people who they might need it just to pay their bills, or they want a better life. Like they want nice holidays every year. They want nice cars. if you're happy where you're at, you're happy with your job, it fulfills you, and you just want to make sure that extra money isn't leaving your account where it shouldn't be, sorry. Make sure you're using cashback. Like that is the number one thing, because it's no extra work. Once you got that card or the website, whatever you want to use, then that's it. Like you just pay.
Just explain to everyone what cashback is in case they don't know.
So cashback, it's funny when people say cashback, like if you never heard of it, it just sounds weird, innit?
It sounds like a scam.
Yeah, it sounds like why am I getting cashback?
Yeah.
Like it actually just sounds weird. So what it essentially is, if you pay for something either with a card, through a website, something like that, they incentivize you to use them by giving you a percentage of your money back. So people think, there's no such thing as free money. A card company might get 3% of your transaction. To encourage you to use their card, they'll give you 1% back. So it's your money, they're taking your money and they're just giving you a little bit back. So make sure you're using cashback cards, 100%.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think cashback is a great way, and I've been using it for about 4 years now, I think. I've made some serious money back.
Yeah, if you're making that, I think the average person makes £400 back a year through cashback.
Yeah.
That's almost a holiday. Like if you're going for like a weekend away or something like that.
I think, it can fund so many different things. I remember one time
Car insurance.
I used my cashback to cover my MOT and repairs on my car, and it's just like...
It's another bill paid.
Exactly. It's just money there, and it's a no-brainer. If you're going to shop anyway, why not use cashback?
It's a no-brainer. It's definitely a no-brainer. It's one thing that you can just implement straight away, and you don't have to put in no research.
What about the best tip that someone's ever given you when it comes to personal finance and managing your money?
With me, I learned more from people's mistakes.
Okay, that's an interesting way to look at it.
But you know what? With personal finance, there was someone at my work, and it wasn't really a tip. It was just like observing him. He worked there so where I worked, it was like an engineering place, and people used to call it job for life. So job for life, especially on the railway, in the old days, they'll be like, oh yeah, you come here when you're 18 and you leave when you retire. And that was good back then. I don't know why people think that's good, because why would you want a job for life? That sounds mad.
No.
So people would just be happy with that job. They wouldn't have a second income. But there was one guy, every couple of weeks, he was like, I bought a new house. I'm getting this. I found out where to get oven for £20 for my house and all this and all that. Then I was chatting to him one day, and he was like, yeah, I've got like 7 houses in Peterborough.
7?
I'm thinking, okay, the houses in Peterborough are like 100 grand each. This guy's got like almost £1 million portfolio in houses. So I'm asking him, so how'd you get 7? Because back then I thought, okay, you get a mortgage, you pay down 20%. He's like, nah, interest only. Then when I heard that, it kind of changed my perception on credit. So like he told me he gets interest only mortgages. So he doesn't actually have to pay £800 a month, £1,000 a month. He's only paying £100 a month in interest. That's why he can have 7 at once. So when I heard that literally blew my mind and opened my mind up to credit, on how I viewed property. Everything.
Let's go into credit then a bit. I think credit is something that whenever I say the word, some people, they start shying away. You know, credit's like, depending on how you've been raised, some people were just like, my parents said it's bad, so I think it's bad. Or people just kind of misuse it and don't know how to use it. So that changes perspective of credit.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's get into it. Your views on credit cards and credit itself. What do you think and why do you think it?
Me personally, I think that they're a very useful tool. If you're responsible with your money, then everyone should have one, I think. But then you have the flip side. People will use it to buy things that they can't afford, which now where I am today it's crazy. But when I was growing up, that's what everyone used to do. Everyone used to buy, put on your credit card, worry about it later. So it's a hard one. I think you should learn how to use credit first, responsibly, and then once you're comfortable, then you should start looking into it to make money or save yourself money. I tell some people I've got credit cards that are like 26 months interest free. They're like, oh, are you not scared like to have that balance on that credit card? It's like, no, like I know I'm gonna make the money to pay it back. Certain credit cards I pay back the full amount every month. Some I just pay the interest.
Yeah.
Because I know I've got money in another account or something that I'll just pay it all off in full when the time comes.
Yeah.
Because I'm comfortable with money. Like, I feel like I'm responsible with money. I wouldn't take a risk and try and flip that money, so I'm left with nothing. So yeah, it's got to be responsible.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is a big one when it comes to credit. When it comes to generating more money, what else would you say to someone who's thinking like, okay, cool, right, I'm serious. Jordan, I've heard you. I'm going to go and get a side hustle. What would you say?
If you're confident with computers, phones, anything like that, video editing, 100%. video editing for short form, long form.
That's so in demand right now.
So in demand. There's so many people starting podcasts. There's so many people
Yeah.
starting YouTube channels, TikToks. It's competitive, but there's literally unlimited clients. So like if you message 1,000 people, you might get 10 clients.
Yeah, that's true.
And 10 clients can be a full-time wage.
Keep
So
it afloat, yeah.
literally short form editing, YouTube shorts. If you can pitch to a channel that don't make YouTube shorts, that's very lucrative right now, because even through like my own channels, their YouTube shorts are paying a lot of money. We got paid last month they said for January, but it must have been for December. And it was a stiff check.
That's good.
Like a stiff check for shorts as well.
That's good.
When you compare it to TikTok Creator Fund, the same amount of views on TikTok Creator Fund, we probably would have got a quarter or a third of that. Like they're paying very good. So
That's really
if you
good.
can pitch their numbers to a client, it's kind of a no-brainer for them. If they can get that money back anyway from the YouTube Shorts Fund and then pay you £400-500 a month, then it's a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer, and I think there are a lot more channels, especially on YouTube, which are shorts only. Who are just considering just having a channel which is just full of shorts, no long form, just that.
Yeah, the shorts help subscribers like mad. Like I think in December we got 22 million shorts views on Sturdy Off.
That's so good.
And I think 81,000 followers.
81,000 followers
in 1 month, yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, just from shorts.
That's insane.
Yeah,
But it's
it's
probably the
crazy.
discovery, right? You probably wouldn't get that kind of discovery if you didn't have shorts.
Yeah, because if you see a 15-minute video on your Explore page on YouTube, it's going to take more of a commitment to watch it than a 15-second short.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like sending out tasters to more people. But and then when, say 22 million people might have watched it and only 80,000 people subscribed, but them 80,000 people might not have ever seen that channel anyway, or taken the time to watch that channel. So definitely invest in shorts. If you're a creator as well, to make more money, obviously you can make it back through the shorts fund.
Yeah.
If you're not a YouTube person, you're not a social media person, but you're handy with editing, definitely reach out to people to try and edit videos for them.
Yeah, I agree. And even if you're not handy, I think there's loads of free courses. I've seen so many.
You can learn.
Go and learn.
Like CapCut, if you can use CapCut, that's pretty much all you need, and you could learn CapCut in a day.
I've been watching and going through your page. I've been seeing that you're on your journey. You know I'm coming with this. You're on your journey to become a millionaire by the end of the year.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's going all right so far. Yeah, the first week I had a howler. Imagine first week, almost broke 2 computer monitors. What else happened? Everything just went wrong that week.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
just breaking things, losing things, but got all the L's out of the way. And now,
Okay, good. Now we're just going to W's.
Now just W's, yeah.
But what spurred you on to start this challenge for yourself?
First of all, I do believe in manifestation. So like if you
I
put
agree.
that energy out there, then it's going to come back to you. So the headline is kind of like for shock value. But then at the same time, for me, I know it's very achievable. I wouldn't set myself a goal if I thought it was completely out of my reach. And even if I don't reach it, if I hit 800, 900,000, then I'm still happy in it. So that was the motivation for the challenge. But also, I don't think I document what I do enough. So
I don't think you do. You
Yes.
have a very interesting life.
yeah, so a lot of I'll make videos and then I was getting loads of comments towards the end of last year, people saying, what do you actually do? Like, people don't know what I do. So like, I'll say I might post a clip here and there, but like a weekly basis, I don't actually document what I do. So I thought it'd be a good way to document it. And then at the end of the year, I could just look through all the videos. So I made a new TikTok page for it, just for them videos. So yeah, I wanted to document my year as well. That was the motivation for it.
That's amazing. So what are some of the steps that you're taking or some of the things you're implementing that perhaps some people listening and watching can implement themselves when it comes to their finances? Like, how are you trying to get there or close to there anyway?
I wish there was like a little,
Like a manual, like a
blueprint. like a little secret I had, but really and truly, it's just through adding value to what I've already got. So I've got a few businesses, adding value to them businesses, and then I've got my personal channels, reinvesting money that I pay myself into investments. So obviously not financial advice, but if you're into crypto or the stock market, you might want to look into accumulating some now, because it might not ever be this cheap again. So obviously at the end of the year, I might have invested loads and it might have gone down, but I have a strong feeling that the investments I made are gonna bring me to that target. Yeah.
Well, for anyone listening and watching, when it comes to investments, what would be some of your tips to getting started? Because I think investments it can sound very scary if you've never done it before.
To get started, I would literally get someone to send you a referral code for like trading 212 or free share or free trade, sorry, and then they'll give you like a free share, and then but I think you got to deposit a little bit of money to get that free share, but just keep that there. Don't put any extra in, and just watch it go up and down for like 2 weeks. Like I find, I'll just be interested that it's down 3% today. Then I'll see why is it down 3%. Then you might Google it. Then it will say like, Elon Musk smoked a spliff on a podcast, and that's why it's gone down. Why. So you get interested in it, and then when you find yourself interested enough, then you can start putting money in, because if you're not interested, you're not going to look into what you're investing into. So there's a reason why everything goes up and down. It's not just luck. And obviously there's people who are proper into trading that do signals and stuff like that. But for the general investor, if you see that Tesla stocks have gone down today, and the reason wasn't because, the company's just a madness right now and everyone's jumping ship. But if it was just a silly reason like, Elon Musk tweeted, it's going to go back up.
Yeah.
So then I think as long as you're up to date with what you're investing in, you'll be more motivated to invest. So I'll start by just getting a free share. That's
what I did when I first started investing. I think I started in university, and I think I put like £10 in.
Yeah.
And I just said, I'm just going to leave the £10 there, and I'm just going to watch it. And I became obsessed with checking my phone every single day and seeing what it was doing. And then I got more confident.
Literally, you'll go from £10 to £13 and you think you're Warren Buffett.
Yeah.
Like, you actually think you're that guy now.
That was it. And I remember a week later, I came back and it went from like 13 to like 4. And I was like, wow, okay, this is what investing's like. But
yeah,
like
it's kind of exciting. I find it exciting, yeah.
It is.
I go through phases, especially with crypto. I go through phases where I'll spend like 5 hours a day researching into it in Discord groups. And I'm so excited by it. And obviously, the more you know, the more money you're going to make. So, it's definitely, if you're looking for even a hobby, that even could be a good hobby, yeah.
But I think even that is a really good point that you make. I think sometimes people think investing and money and finances are boring, but there's a lot of excitement you can get.
It can be exciting. Yeah, it can be
exciting.
Yeah.
I think if you make it exciting anyway.
Yeah, if you make it exciting, yeah. So like if you set yourself targets, like the first year I invested in crypto, I think I put £1,000 in at the start, and my goal was to get my portfolio to £10,000.
Wow.
So I would every week I'll be trying to make trades and flip it, and it was just exciting. So it kept my interest in it, and then kind of just fueled me to invest more.
Yeah, I think that's really good, and I think it can work in any aspect of your finances. If you're saving, anything you're doing, having a goal makes you super.
Yeah, having a goal is definitely a key. Yeah, definitely.
Right. Before we wrap up, I want to ask you, what would be one or two of your top tips that you give to anyone listening and watching when it comes to their finances overall, whether it's managing it, increasing it, anything of that sort?
First of all, don't bury your head in the sand.
Good one.
Like I've spoken to a lot of people, and they said, yeah, my credit's probably shot, my credit's probably bad. And I was like, what do you mean probably? Like, yeah, I just don't check it. I'm scared to check it. So like, if you're scared to check it, then how are you going to improve it? So you need, first of all, don't bury your head in the sand. Make sure every single person should know their credit score. Yeah, even if you're checking it once every 3 months, it's free. All of them websites, I'm not going to name them, all of them websites, just type in free credit score. You're entitled to one free full credit report a year on any website. They'll give you it. So yeah, make sure you're up to date with your credit and don't bury your head in the sand. Number 2, I would say there's ways of saving money that are at no burden to you. So cashback, anything like that, that's not actually taking you time to do, exhaust all them options. So anything that's going to save you an extra penny, that's free, pretty much do it. As long as it's not taking up your time. When I say free, time included in that. Yeah, make more money, man.
Make more money wherever you can.
Yeah, you just got to make more money wherever you can. Like everyone now has a hustle.
Yeah.
Everyone now has a hustle. So you're gonna there's so much ways to make money. 2022 was, for me, it was like one of the biggest year for content creators for like digital products.
Yeah.
So there's so many things to look into. You'll find something that interests you. So yeah, definitely what look for.
Amazing. Jordan, this has been incredible. For anyone who wants to follow you, get some of your amazing tips and follow your journey, where can they find you?
Yeah, follow me all platforms, JayVSOP, and also my new TikTok page. I think it's called Road to a Milli. So
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
follow me there if you want to follow that journey. Posting every week this year on that account just to update my journey. Yeah, and at the end, if I'm feeling lucky, I might say what number I hit.
Oh, I hope you do. I'm going to be intrigued. I want to see. I do want to see.
If I'm far off it, then you won't see it.
Then we'll know. If you don't mention
you
that,
see
he was
like
too far.
minus 500,000.
No, we're not saying that. You're going to be close to it. You're going to be close to it, if not hit it. But
Yeah.
amazing. Jordan, thank you so much. Everything will be linked below anyway, so you can go and follow Jordan and keep up to date with his journey. And we're back again next week for another episode. Bye, guys.
I'm broke, baby.